Hi, my name's Joanie'S. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been to my website yet, please go to joanies'shealing.com. You'll find out more about me. If you'd like to schedule a reading and or a healing, you can contact me through my website. I do Skype, Facebook video, or phone for folks who are not local to North Central New Jersey. I'm originally from Long Island, New York, and I was a social worker for 20 years in New York City. I did individual and group therapy with alcoholics and addicts, and also I was a psychiatric social worker in day treatment doing individual and group therapy. I am a certified Gestalt therapist as well, and I do not practice social work anymore. I became gifted with abilities around 2003, 4, 5, and my world changed 180 degrees. You could find out more about how I became gifted with abilities if you go to my website and you click on at the top, maybe from another device, it's not the top. If you go to blog and then you go to published articles, the top article will take you to the piece that I penned regarding my story. So I pull in the highest, the ones who are of the divine enlightenment only, no trainees. I put sacred space around myself, white light protection, and I'm here to support, guide, clarify, offer guidance. I just show up. I'm called a light worker. I'm a star seed. I'm not from around here. I'm from another place. I'm Arcturian. I speak Syrian and Pleiadian. So if I've lost you so far, or if you don't want to go any further, it's okay. For those of you who wish to continue, stick with me. I pull in, when I channel, a collective, a one voice of a group of many, archangels, angels, ascended masters, departed ones, guides, consciousnesses, elementals, and star beings. If this does not resonate, you could put it on a shelf. What you hear, what comes through me, might not resonate now, and that's fine. You could trash it if you want to. That's totally fine. I'm not going to tell you what to do. There's no timestamp on this. So despite the fact that this is March 27, 2020, you might watch this at a later date. So you might find that since Spirit knew who was going to be watching and when, that the information is right there for you at a later date. Okay, you could find me on Facebook. My fan page is joanies'swhitelighealing.com. Excuse me, sorry, Joanie's White Light Healing. Please like it. You can friend me, just message me and let me know how you found me because I don't friend strangers. You could find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, and SoundCloud. For those of you who haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. Like, share, and comment below. I love the comments. I love hearing from you. It keeps me going. It validates and supports this work. Okay, with that being said, I did not have an agenda. You know, we're all in this together. We've been inside. Some of you are venturing out by car or on foot, whatever the case is. This is surreal. It's nothing like we have ever experienced before. And that I'm just winging it here. I did not have an agenda, so I will see what Spirit wants me to talk about. I'm going to go in and see what is needed to address now. Okay, so this is very basic. This is root chakra. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the chakras, CHAKRA. They are energetic centers that are in our body. So the root chakra is the first chakra, and some people call it the base chakra. It is right at our crotch, right at the bottom of us. And it's basically about food, clothing, shelter, and survival, tribal loyalties. It is the beginning. On the Ericksonian pyramid, that is the first one. It is that soul taking care of what they need to take care of? Have they gotten past that? Well, we are doing a lot of root chakra work here. So Spirit wants me to talk about your comfort level. Are you comfortable? Are you wearing clothes that are comfortable? If anyone is feeling restricted with their clothing, they need to change it out. If the elastic is too tight, shift that. If it's a drawstring, you need to loosen it up. We are restricted right now. We are being told we can't do a lot of the things that we had been doing. Therefore, in terms of your clothing, you want unrestricted clothing. Tight clothing, spandex tight, skin tight is not going to work today. Rubber pants will not be okay today. Okay, so loosen up your clothing. That'll give you a feeling that you have a little bit more freedom, that you're feeling a bit liberated if you are locked up and antsy. And also in terms of the material, I've talked about this with folks in sessions. Do you have a fuzzy blanket? Are you wearing a comfy robe or a sweatshirt that's nice and smushy? They want us to feel comfortable. Soft is good. So if you have something that gives you that yummy feeling, whether it's a robe, a blanket, a sweatshirt, or even a flannel, something that lightens you and makes you soft and comforted, that will also assist you emotionally and mentally. Soft music. If you like music in the background, if that tempers you, soft music, not headbanging music, not for this time. Soothing the soul, taming the beast. We need to get into a peaceful state. When you are in that yummy, cozy, soft state, it's easier for you to manage any base chakra or root chakra issues. Eat well. For those of you who are fasting now, some of you have begun your holiday and it's a fasting period. So for those of you who are doing that, if it's tough, you know what to do. If there are certain parameters that you need to work within in your religion, if you're having difficulty, talk to a priest, talk to someone who is a sage in the religion regarding if you need, in fact, to break that fast. I don't know if it's allowed, but I'm getting that right now, that some of you are a little loopy. And if you're having trouble, get out in the sun, sip, whatever it is, if it's water or tea, I don't know. But if you need to break a fast, talk to your superior, talk to the priest, talk to whoever it is of your religion that will give you guidance regarding whether you are allowed to, in fact, have something to eat so you don't keel. Again, food, clothing, shelter. So fasting during a root chakra period is very, very challenging to say the least, but this is more for medical reasons. And if there are exceptions, find that out for yourself. We don't want people keeling. We want people staying strong and experiencing something like they have never experienced before on many, many levels. The children, going in regarding that, they're having me go right into the children. Some of them are quite sad. There is suffering going on. For those of you who have children that allow you to hold them, they need some holding. They need just that peaceful holding, and that brings them down, takes them down off the ledge. So we need some holding, or we need some hair stroking, just even if it's one of those, hey, I gotcha. I know this is difficult. We're in this together. It's okay. This too shall pass. Get the kids to know that you've got this. If you need to fake this in order to make this, you need to do that now for the kids. If you start blathering, crying, freaking, whatever it might be, panicking, gossiping, blathering on the phone where the kids hear it, you got to take that outside. They need to know that you've got this. Even if you don't know what's going on, they need to know that you are there for them. And this is also where we role model for our children. I don't know, but it's okay. I don't have to know. That is so phenomenal. If you can role model that being in the gray area, the unknown is acceptable. You are just giving your children a gift. Now, if you don't have kids, maybe it's a partner. Maybe you're a caregiver. Maybe it's to a neighbor, whoever it is. If you are role modeling panic and anxiety, there are people that are watching you. And if they're susceptible, if they're vulnerable to that type of behavior, you're just reinforcing it. Hey, we're all in this together, right? This is a collective. So your actions and your words are being seen and heard and felt by those around you and those that are unseen and unfelt. We are a worldwide web of oneness. We are all. We are creation. We are the collective. So this is time to think not only about yourself, but think about us all. Think about your neighbor. Think about how you're affecting the ones in your home and the ones next to you on either side, above and below, and afar. Have a sip of water, folks. So for those of you who know the drill, Joni sometimes goes in and she'll do, in this case, it's like a flash healing. The other side is working on you right now. The water will help flush negative energies through the physical body. There's a lot of cleaning going on right now. Going to go back in. So again, this is a root chakra video. That's what I'm getting here. It's that some of you are not feeling safe. You are antsy and you're not feeling in control. Take a look at what you feel that you need to do. Is it realistic? Serenity prayer, that baby. Serenity prayer it, folks. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay? So if you have any control issues, ask yourself, do I have any control over that? Do I? Get realistic. Pinch yourself. It's called reality testing. That's what we call it in the field of therapy, reality testing. So you do reality testing on yourself. If you're in therapy, I'm sure your therapist does that. Is that quite realistic? When you think about that for a while, how realistic, how probable is that to happen? So you could do it with yourself. It's called giving yourself a reality check, but it's around the issue of control. Can I control that? Well, bits of it I can. Well, then the next question would be, do I do anything about it now or do I wait? Is it even something that would be for my benefit and or the benefit of others? Okay. Get yourself down off the ledge. Slow this down. Make it a process. Analyze and think about it. Cost, risk, benefit analysis. That's what that is. I can't control that. Let it go. Rather than mentally perseverate over it. We don't need to do that. That's the gerbil wheel. That's fakakta. You don't have to go through that. There's no reason to, especially during this time with everything that's going on. Don't get yourself insane with the control issues. Yes, we're feeling uneasy. Some of us are feeling unsafe, others not, and some in between. You're allowed to feel how you're feeling, but we need for everyone individually to take responsibility and get a grip. And what you can do that's in your control is looking at your control issues. Use the serenity prayer as a tool. What's your biggest fear? Okay. If your biggest fear is that you're going to die, I can't help you with this because if you fear it, you could possibly draw it to happen. It might not even be from a virus. Okay, you could step on a nail if you wanted to go. If you were so afraid of dying, maybe just the spirit's going to say, well, they think about it so much. Maybe that's what they want. Think about what you're thinking about. This is take responsibility. You know, they recommend meditation. Why? This isn't just a chill pill or something like that. People who have difficulty with control issues really benefit from meditation because when they try and stay in that moment, in that now moment, they see all the chatter that's going on in their brain, all that incessant blather. I'd say 99.99% of it is unnecessary. So if you haven't worked through your issues and you're at this point now where we're inside, we're told, you know, this social distancing, quarantine, all these scary new terms. Now's your time. You're being forced to take a look at what frightens you and do reality checks about it. I don't think you're necessarily going to be dying. Most people wanted to incarnate now so they could watch this great awakening happen, so they could be there for all of the benefits, the fruits that come thereafter. So if you can pull yourself back in a few steps, I think that you'll realize that there are other things that you could focus on that give you more pleasure than worrying about what you can't control. Just worry about what you can. Do you need to go to the bathroom? Do you need to wash your face? Do you need to brush your teeth? Did you eat yet? Oh, did you go outside to get some fresh air? Oh, I have to make that call. Must write that down on the list. Have to tell her what she needs to do before the class is over. Whatever the case is, you know what you need to do. I'm going to go back in again. Some people are taking this time to tidy up and to refresh. So if that's something that you're doing, if you're getting your nest in order, it could be your business or your home or something regarding your family, whatever it is, this is fantastic. You might have been avoiding it and now you're facing it. So this tidying and refreshing is fantastic. That was meant to be so good. Fantastic. Give yourself a check or a gold star. Good for you. So this panic, there are a lot of people that are panicking. And I'm sending love and healing and hugs to everyone who is in such a panic. I am not feeling this way. I am sending my peace to you all. I'm filled with light. I'm filled with happiness. And many of us knew that this day would come. We didn't know exactly when. We were hoping it would be in our lifetime, and we see this unfolding now. So with wonderment, many of us are waiting with bated breath to see what happens next. I'm fighting with myself to wake up later. Sometimes I'm up at 4 a.m. and I have to demand to myself to stay in bed longer. I am so excited. I want to get up and I want to see what's happening. That's how I am addressing this, is with excitement and wonderment. So if any of you can jump on the Joanie bandwagon and can just kind of get into that groove and imagine that there's excitement that's ahead, it will do you good. With change comes growing pains. And if there is news that is upsetting, you hold on and you bless yourself and bless others that go through hardship. Know that all is well, that this is contained, and that if there are people on the ground that need to do certain actions that they were asked to, if there's anything military that goes on, it's perfect and necessary. We are all quarantined for a reason. We're in for a reason to be safe. So some of the things aren't necessarily around a virus. Again, what I get is chill out, chill out. They're putting that energy on you. So I think that those of you who are watching are getting the energetic chill pill right now. Please, in the comment section below, if you've been up in arms, if you've been very upset after watching this video, if you get into a state of bliss, chill, nirvana, buzz, out of body, please comment below. I'd love to hear that, whether that in fact happens, because when they talk about this, when they go in and they give y'all something, a whammy, I call it an etheric whammy. If you're getting an etheric whammy, if you've been out of your mind, they love us so much. They give us what we need, and you will be getting, you'll get dosed, as they say. And it's legal, it's non-addictive, doesn't cost anything, and you could always ask for more. I'm going to see if there's more that needs to be shared. Do your own research, be your own reporter, and if someone says something that's fear-based, see whether it's accurate. A lot of the news that's being shared is not accurate, and you might need to find alternative sources. I'll leave it at that. Be your own researcher. That will assist you very much in uncovering what's going on. I don't know who it is who's watching, but someone feels more under attack. So if you're feeling under attack, you need to either hide, leave, go, dismiss yourself from a situation, because this attack stuff is bull. It's so nonsense. So how you got in, try and get yourself out. Dismiss yourself from this, okay? What I'd like to do now, I'd like to do a healing for the collective to assist with the root chakra. Any karma that y'all have regarding root chakra that could be triggering this difficulty managing here, if you are. Across time and space, forwards and backwards, across all generations, any root chakra karma where it affects you here in this lifetime with you're feeling safe and protected and sane, where you might have hidden before and now it's as if you're hiding again and that scares the shit out of you, where you developed symptoms of illnesses and it killed you, where you protected other people from getting sick, where you tended to the weary and the suffering and now you feel weary, possibly suffering. Anything root chakra related that has you in a tizzy where you are grabbing for anything that would give you peace and serenity. And we ball them all up and you say inside, I forgive myself. Look at you. A lot of peace. Forgive everyone and everything. Ask for everyone and everything's forgiveness. Please, all of you, forgive me because I had unforgiveness towards you. Thank God for these life lessons. Fantastic. There's a buzz and a hum that I feel throughout your circuit board. They're putting a lot of information all over y'all. I do see people needing a grounding stone. So the first thing that I got was granite. So if you don't have any granite, there's hematite, shungite, tourmaline, smoky quartz, onyx, jet. And if you don't have any of these grounding stones, you could take any of the names that I just mentioned and you could write one of them. All you need is one on a piece of paper. And you could have it in your pocket, your wallet, your pocketbook. And if you don't want to, you could put it on your night table, your dresser, you could put it on your kitchen counter, and you could also adorn yourself with the energy using intention. You just imagine that that grounding stone of your choice adorns you. Now, for those of you that feel that you're out of your minds, keep the grounding stone by your night table overnight. It might keep you more earthbound. Because when we go to sleep, we leave our body, and an orb, our spirit, travels outside of our body, comes back in before we wake up. If you are not so restless and antsy, then you can take the grounding stone and you could put it on your dresser. Again, if you've adorned yourself energetically with the grounding stone, then you could imagine that you take it off before you go to sleep. If you're able to, and you can manage and you're not an insomniac and you're able to sleep through the night. Sip water between now and when you go to sleep. You just did a karmic release. Those of you that did participate in this. So if you wanted to jump on board with this healing, then yes, you are now flushing out energies that don't belong regarding root chakra issues. That's the food, clothing, shelter, survival, tribal loyalty, friendship and family loyalty, partner loyalty, basics. That's where we're at right now. That's what all of us as a collective are dealing with, is the root chakra. I'm going to see if there's more. A lot of you need music. Some of you are listening to Christian hymns, and that helps you very much. Some of you are saying Hindu chants. That's very important. I see some of you blessing children because you're worried about them. all the ways that you connect with God, with spirit, is very important. It helps you get down to basics, quite primitive, just to sit and imagine that you're held and supported and blessed, and you could ask for assistance. You could talk to angels and whoever you normally talk to. And if you don't normally talk to anyone, you could say, hey, I'm calling in only the highest to come be with me. I need your help. Or you could even thank them. Thank you for your help. Whatever you wish. There are no shoulds. There are no right ways. Follow your heart. That's where the knowing is. Repeat prayers if you need to. Repeat positive affirmations if you need to. You'll ultimately get into it and you'll start thinking more positively if you've been going towards the negative. This is retraining your mind. If you are feeling like you're frantic and in a survival mode, get down to basics. All is well. All is divinely ordered. I'm good. I am healthy. Peace is with me. My family is good. We're all fine. All is well. You can say these things, and after a while, it starts to sink in. See if there's anything more. Give yourself credit for how far you've come, that this is very, very challenging, and a lot of people are having real difficulty with this. Toot your horn. Give yourself credit for every moment that you succeed, that you get through the moments. If you need to break it down, every day, every hour, every minute, every second, every manageable part, however you're doing this, credit yourself. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm doing this like I never thought I'd be able to manage. And for those of you that aren't, you can start at any time. Get help if you need to. If you need to call a crisis hotline or speak with a therapist, if you need to call a friend, journal, write out your concerns. Whatever it is, this is the time to really, really focus on the basics because you're being challenged about the basics. And if you have fears regarding the basics, this is when you get to master it. This is when you get to face the things that maybe you were avoiding before. So, with that being said, I hope that this video assisted. I am getting an outpouring of positive comments and feedback in all different areas. Messages, texts, phone calls, in person, and on YouTube, and all different ways. People messaging me and telling me they are very grateful and that they look forward to these videos. I did not plan on every other day videos, let alone talking to y'all about this situation. I just didn't. So also I would want to mention I have a newsletter and I put it out once a month before the beginning of every month where I say when I'm doing radio shows and festivals, and I put out my blog, and people sign up through my website. So if you go to Joanie'sWhiteLightHealing.com, there's some form somewhere where it says sign up for my newsletter. So make sure you get your email and name in correct, and then I will put you on. And what I've been doing is that when I put out the YouTube videos, I've been sending out the newsletters with the YouTube link. I did not expect to do that. Some folks have unsubscribed, which is fine. They might not have wanted so much from me, or they're no longer interested. Whatever the case, that's great. But I just don't want to feel like I'm bombarding people with YouTube videos. But I am getting a lot of feedback with a lot of opens of these YouTube videos. So I'm going to keep sharing my gifts with you and Joanie's take on things. And I just look forward to when things shift and things change to a different narrative. Right now, it's about surviving and coping and discerning and getting rid of fear and facing this and that. And that's fine. That's where we're at. There's nothing broken. But I had thought, you know, God laughs when you make plans. I thought that I was going to be talking about just addressing different issues and different populations, offering readings and healings for the collective. So there's a laugh that I have about this too. So I am sending you love and hugs and peace and grace and ease and smooth. And I share with you all is divinely ordered. There are no victims. This is an earth school. And that we all knew before coming in what the landscape would be. And we all wanted to be here for this event. Long Island Joni has been saying this is a pissa, and I'm going to say it again. It's a pissa. Okay? It just is. So grab your popcorn, love on your friends and your family, and I will see you around. Bye, y'all.